and digital economy becoming the current release that we are seeing it. So video and interaction and real-time communication has become part of that. Along with that, we sponsored the program with one of the professors, Professor Warzynski, at Cornell University, that it was lecturing to the Catholic University of Peru at Lima in November 19, 2015. And I'd like to quote him about what we started and how we started with the innovation. He quotes, innovation is a complex phenomenon. It is a process, product, and context. As a process, innovation involves researching, discovering, and constructing a novel idea and taking it through a sequence of stages from concept to reality, including proof of concept, product design, engineering, manufacturing, marketing, distribution, and adaptation. The successful implementation of this process requires that leaders and entrepreneurs generate a broad and diverse set of roles and relationships between internal and external stakeholders who have different ways of being, knowing, acting, communicating based on their background, training, skills, experience, and culture. The outcome of innovation process is a new product, technology, service, or performance that provides utility and value to consumers. So with that quotation, I like to activate my screen share and then share with you the APESOFT presentation. Welcome to Digital Economy. We believe that with the presence of APESOFT and the government of Peru, we can deliver about 100 billion in market opportunity. So NETSTAIRS working for years. Now we have started working toward the 5 to 10 year APESOFT Peruvian digital economy. Some of the connotations and text to clear understanding. We specialize for the last 21 years over video first. We have been pioneered. We have developed many technologies, including world's first AI streaming with a global patent. And one of our special presentation is about real-time monetization. So when we talk about RT, means real time. I like to refer to World Economic Forum to create a macro view of our digital economy and the global perspective, where we see everything as a hyper-connected world. That comes from communication networks, from human-machine interfaces, from new material, advanced computing, from virtual reality, AR, artificial intelligence in various segments, Internet of Things, robotics. These integration of processes that we are talking about, a hyper-connected world, brings us to creating an opportunity in real time for digital economy for the Peruvian government, serving both business and consumers, and creating that into a licensing and transfer technologies that partners with universities, with institutions, with the GIMI leadership, we can bring that into fruition. So what we'd like to start with is a virtual private cloud made for interactive broadcast, collaboration, communication platform as a service. So the general idea is that we take these technologies, collaboration, broadcast, and communication, integrate them into a virtual private cloud, and then we make those social media services that we are all familiar with integrated into a real-time experience. This project is not a simple project, but it's a bold project. And like we were just meeting with another fund managers talking about this combination of what we call public-private project. RT is the genesis of interactive over-the-top or IoTs and AI, because we need those content to be able to analyze, and video has become the dominant force of content collection. It's a 5 to 10 year predictive income stream. It provides timelines. We started this in fall 21, and the goal is to serve over 2 million SMBs and providing various products such as summit, events, expositions, trade missions, small business stores, real-time commerce, and more. So with partnership of APESOFT and GIMI and the government, interactive over the top and watching together as we are experiencing right now, designed to really fuel a process that we can work with the companies that they're in concept, or they are at the seed stage or development stage or growth stage, expansion and maturity. Every one of these phases have their own needs, requirements, partnership, capitalization, and so forth. And APESOFT is here to serve. And along with their consortium of partners that they are bringing into the equation, we can address some of the most interesting subjects in the future as forward-looking and collaborate with the students, with the professors, with the universities to build new dissertation, new assignments, new projects that it embraces humanity at its core. With that, we studied and looked at some of the most frequently used AI technologies today, such as image analysis, virtual assistant, predictive analysis, where we will be utilizing that to predict our own destiny and help us to create a better result and outcome. Machine learning, which right now you're using in our services in AI and machine learning in the backbone through ICBM. Natural language processing, which is a very interesting conversation and subject, but ability to communicate as we are doing from audio to text to search, or vice versa, text to audio and so forth that you have seen. Self-driving technologies, and obviously robotics, that it's a subject of its own. One of the areas today that I noticed was an experience that we'll be sharing this presentation with you, and you can take a look at the hyperlink. But one of the areas is, this is what happens when you see the face of someone you love by MIT. I think because we are working with cognitive reasoning, with artificial intelligence, and I have come from one of the oldest segments of AI from 1989 in this field, I always value the creativity that it can make humanity better. So with our virtual vortex, with the researchers that we are bringing, we think with video can create a dramatic experience in real time for the 2021 standards that has made WebRTC as the core standard of the technologies. So one of the areas that we are looking at is either in the media entertainment business, such as production, esports, or sports activities, concerts, watch TVs, and so forth, or when we are getting together as real time, as an example, ourselves, where we are communicating with collaborators, partners, and so forth to provide and deliver services. The other thing that is happening in the industry, as you know, with the change of Facebook becoming Meta, and trying to bring verses such as Microsoft, such as other institutions that they have had primarily years of background and research on it, remote work is going to be redefined. So therefore we see 2D, like we are experiencing right now, turning into a remote, virtual, immersive experience, what they call creative verse integration. And then subsequently, we can provide different experiences for different industries, and at the same time leverage against the existing technologies and investment that we've made and bring that into a transition with a future investment. So some of these examples, as my esteemed colleague Enrique presented, why the world is ready, is very simple, because we are facing with the pandemic. People understand the physical and digital space, creating a hybrid world now. We all have virtual and physical worlds, so we realize that to get there, we have to add virtual to physical world. Companies like Google, Facebook, as you know now, they call Meta, Disney, Amazon, and many other companies, startups, are all interfacing and communicating to create that kind of experiences for the next few years. That is why you will see changes in the hardware, in the codec, in the technologies, and then bringing fans, end users, the consumers that they're looking for social format, real-time solutions, and availing all of that information with the data, graphic, analytics, anytime, anywhere, interconnected with technologies such as fiber optics, satellites, wireless technologies, 2G, 3G, 4G, 5G, and etc., and then bringing these kind of solutions together. Now, Some of the areas that we looked at it in the past, one of them, the slide that I'd like to present to you is from NASA, that they predicted by 2025, 80% of the world will move into some form of teles, meaning telecommuting, shopping, entertainment, travel, education, medicine, commerce, politics, and socialization. Similarly, the government, as they are moving into IoT and smart cities and implementation of those for travel, transportation, healthcare, municipalities, and so forth, energy guidance, and public safety, this kind of solutions becomes extremely valuable to integrate the society, the diversity of the people, and even remote area where we would have hardly any access to. So with that in mind, virtual media centers, Avid systems, and integration has become part of our DNA. For the last 21 years, we have been serving organizations such as European Broadcasting Union, Asia Pacific Broadcast Unions, and many other telecoms around the globe. So therefore, when we are looking at integration into Avid system and making these kind of things a reality, at the end, we bring real time to life. And with that, I'd like to thank you to be part of APESOFT, and we hope that we create one of the most interesting and most enticing technologies with the partnership of APESOFT and all of the universities in that area and the students and the corporations at large. Thank you, and appreciate your time, Enrique.
Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Ahmed. I also want to say thank you to all the guests. Now, APESOFT is a certified innovation partner of GIMI, the largest innovation organization on the planet. So quiero decir muchas gracias a Jitendra Patel, MD de GIMI y de iExcel Center. Muchas gracias a Rodolfo Kremer, rector en la Universidad Privada Peruana Alemana, UPAL. Muchas gracias a Alejandro Afuso, director ejecutivo del Programa Nacional de Desarrollo Tecnológico e Innovación ProInnovate. Muchas gracias a ti, Ahmed Moradi, fundador y CEO de NETSTAIRS, por compartir con nosotros su visión acerca de la innovación. Ahora con un nuevo partner en innovación como Perú, APESOFT. Así que muchas gracias a todos y estén atentos, porque APESOFT seguirá lanzando una serie de proyectos e iniciativas en los próximos 24 meses. Muchas gracias a todos. Thank you, Ahmed.